Okay, welcome to our first team call of 2017, which is crazy. I can't believe it's 2017 already, but this is such an exciting time of the year for our business. I think like January, February, March, April, and even May are like some of the best months because everyone's focused on health and fitness for, New Year's resolutions, for vacations, for spring break, and then getting ready for summer. So we have a lot of opportunity, and Beachbody has provided us with so many amazing tools, and we're going to talk about some of that tonight. But I really wanted to use this call to just kick off 2017. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is the fact that right now is the time to work really, really hard in this business. The first 3 months of the year can completely change your business for the rest of the year. So last year, I doubled my monthly income in the first 3 months of 2015 from what I was earning, on average at the end of 2015. By the time I hit March of 2016, I had doubled that. So there is so much potential, but you have to come into these next 3 months saying to yourself, okay, I'm going to put in the work. I'm going to work really, really hard because this is the time that everyone is interested in fitness, that I can really, really make traction in my business. And a lot of people are interested in coaching right now because it's a new year. They've set, new goals. They're thinking about what they want their life to look like. And so you'll see that coaching is at the top of people's minds right now too. And I've already noticed that in my business. So I want you guys to go into these first 3 months with that attitude of, I'm going to work really hard, and it's 3 months, and this sets the pace for the entire year. And you want it to be an amazing year. So now's the time to kick it into gear. We had November and December. Some people took a step back, some people kept pushing through, whatever you decided to do, but now is the time to really go for it. Start fresh and really just make this year amazing. So one thing I wanted to really focus on for the next few months is getting back to the basics. And by the basics, I mean the 4 vital behaviors and the power hour, because a lot of times we get bogged down with other things. So we start, we've got planners and we've got organization, especially at the beginning of a year. We all want to be organized and have everything planned out, and there's trainings and there's this and there's that. And that stuff can pull us away from the real activities that are going to build our businesses. And those are the 4 vital behaviors and the power hour. So what I want to do over the next few months is take these team calls to really go over those things. So go over the 4 vital behaviors, what they are, how I incorporate them in my business on a daily basis, what the power hour is, what are the activities that you're doing in a power hour, and how are you doing them, or how to do them correctly. Because what I'm finding out, or what I found out at the end of last month or in December, was that I'm talking with people who telling me, or coaches on this team that are telling me, they have these huge goals and they're struggling a little bit. And I start asking questions and digging deeper. And, we're talking about Hey Girl messages. We're talking about invites. And what I'm finding is people don't know what those are. They don't know how to do them correctly. So, a Hey Girl message is not a cold invite. What's the difference between a cold invite and a warm invite? Where does the relationship building come in? So I want to really get back to the basics, because you guys, that's just what I do every day to build this business. I do the 4 vital behaviors. I do the power hour. it's the basic things that are going to build this business into an amazing business for you. So we have to make sure that we're doing them right, that we're doing them consistently, and that we're doing them in a way that is going to build our business. So that's what I want to do for these next few team calls. We won't go into like some of the vital behaviors, some of the power hour is self-explanatory. So we'll just touch on that. But there are other things that really we can dive into, like inviting and being a product of the product, personal development, how to network and add people to your network, hey girl messages, things like that. I want to make sure you guys are doing those in a way that's productive and in a way that's building your business, because I'm doing it that way, but what I'm finding out is I guess I'm not doing a great job of sharing what exactly I'm doing, because a lot of other people aren't doing that. So that is going to be the focus for the next few months. Number 3, I really want you guys to think about your goals for this year. And I want you to write out different types of goals. So goals for the whole year, where you see yourself at the end of this year. But then I want you to break it down into quarterly goals, monthly goals, and weekly goals. Because when you write a big goal like that, a push goal for the end of the year, it can seem daunting. So we have to break that down, and we have to break it down into things that we do on a daily basis that are going to get us to those goals. And I sent an email out to every single one of my personally sponsored coaches asking what their goals were or are for 2017. And I'm not going to lie, I'm really disappointed because I probably only got like 4 or 5 emails back of what people's goals are. And I would encourage you to do this with your coaches as well. Ask them what their goals are. Ask them to send them to you, because as your mentor, or if for your coaches as their mentor, how can you help them achieve anything if you don't know what they're pushing for? So if you're one of my coaches and you haven't sent me your goals yet, shame on you. You need to send me your goals so that I know, what you want to do this year, because that helps me to determine, how much we should be interacting, what types of groups you might be interested in, what I can be doing to help you. Things like that. So I want you guys to really think about your goals. My goals for this year. So last year I had some very, very lofty goals that did not happen. I think that one of my goals at the beginning of last year was to be a 10-star diamond coach by the end of 2016. I'm a 3-star diamond coach, so that clearly didn't happen. One of my other goals was to hit elite. That didn't happen, and that didn't happen because our team didn't succeed in that way, because those are goals that rely on the team. It's not things that I can do personally by myself. So these are, a lot of the goals that I have for myself are very team-oriented goals, and they rely on, me helping our team succeed. And so my goals for this year are, number 1, I want us to be an elite team. And it's not me being an elite coach, it's our team being an elite team, because it is all about what our team is doing. The way that elite works, I cannot do it by myself by any means. And going along with elite, I want to be a 5-star diamond coach. That is one of my goals for the first quarter. So that means helping 2 more of my personally sponsored coaches hit diamond in the first quarter. And I'm putting those out there because I need your help achieving these goals. I can't do it alone. So when you're thinking about your goals, number 1, I want you to think, these are what, I can't talk tonight. These are the things I want you to do. Are your goals written out? Your goals need to be written down. So your big push goal needs to be written down. The breakdown of the goals into different quarters, months needs to be written down. And then I personally write out goals every week. They say if you want to be a millionaire, you should write out your goals every week. If you want to be a billionaire, you should write out your goals every single day. And that is part of actually manifestation as well, is when you write something and you're writing it down and you're constantly seeing it and your mind is constantly on it, you're going to start doing things that will get you to that goal. You're going to start noticing things in your environment that will help to get you to that goal. So they have to be written out. If it's not written out, it's just a dream in your head and it's not going to happen. Do you have a monthly, weekly plan to hit them? So I already talked about this. So it's not just about writing out the goal. It's about taking it 5 steps further. What do I need to do every week to hit that goal? What do I need to do every day to hit that goal? And that's where the power hour comes in and the 4 vital behaviors come in, because those are your action steps that you take every day. So let's say you want to hit Success Club 10 every month. That's a goal of yours. So you write that down. I hit Success Club 10 every month. Then you need to backtrack and say, okay, what do I need to be doing every week to hit Success Club 10? If I want to, let's say you have a goal of, so Success Club 10, that's helping 5 people get started with a challenge pack. Okay, so I need to help 5 people get started with a challenge pack. How many people do I need to be inviting then in order to get those 5 people? If I need to be inviting that many people, how many people do I need to be starting conversations with every day? How many people do I need to be adding to my network every day? So you can back yourself up, and then you have this list and you're like, okay, I need to, add 5 people to my network every day. I need to start this many new conversations every day. And it's really just a numbers thing. So we talk about, I think the statistic is 1 out of every 10 people you talk to will be interested in a challenge group or coaching. So if you think about that, if you need 5 people to be interested to get a challenge pack to get Success Club 10, and 1 out of every 10 people, that means you have to talk to at least 50 people. At least. That is a minimum. Okay? So that's not 50 hey girl messages. That's like 50 invites. So if you're doing 50 invites, how many hey girl messages do you need to be doing? How many people do you need to be adding to your network? That's where the, adding 3 people to your network every day comes in. If you do that, you've got almost 100 people. Let's say you add 5 people to your network every day. It's 150 new people every month. I bet you will get 5 people out of that 150 new people that you've added in that month that would want to join a challenge group or start coaching. So that is what I mean by backing yourself into your goals. And then, do you have a calendar for every month? Do you have a plan? So in our team page today, Mandy shared her calendar. I shared my calendar. Amanda made a calendar. She shared it. So that is your monthly plan. And I actually have mine right here. I actually made out my calendars for the first quarter. So I did January, February, and March. I have mine right here. And what I do is I just write in, the groups that I want to do. So I write in, when the health vet's starting next Monday, when I want to do my free group, when I want to do the coaching sneak peek. And then I also write in, okay, if I want to be doing these groups that week, when do I need to start promoting these groups? When do I need to start talking about them? And I keep it to one thing or one focus per week. So I'm not all over the place. So there's one thing I'm focusing on each week. So like right now, it's the leading up to the health bet. The health bet starts next week. I've got, starting on Wednesday, promoting a 5-day sugar detox group. I'm doing that next Wednesday to Sunday, and then the group starts Monday. Once I stop promoting that group, I'm starting to promote the 3-day coaching sneak peek until that group starts. Then that starts. So you see there's only one focus, and this really helps you plan out your weeks, because then you can just go to this calendar and you can say, okay, this week I said I'm going to, promote my 5-day sugar detox group. So then when I'm planning out my weekly posts, I know I need some posts, maybe a post every day about something about this group. so that I can fill this group. And I know that people that are in my free groups will lead to new challengers. Challengers will lead to coaches. So it all works off of each other. So if you haven't put together a calendar for January yet, I would suggest that you do that. You can use the examples that we posted for ours. The coaching sneak peek is open to everyone on our team to invite to. It's always going to be the third week of every month, except for the third full week of every month. And it's a 3-day sneak peek, so it runs Tuesday to Thursday. This month is weird because the first fell on a Sunday, so it's actually like the fourth full week of the month. But in February, it's the third full week of the month. In March, it's the third full week of the month. And then make sure you're giving yourself plenty of time to invite to things. So like a free group or like a coaching sneak peek, I usually give myself like the Tuesday or Wednesday before the group's going to start the following Monday to start promoting it. But for like a challenge group, make sure you're giving yourself like 2 weeks to talk to people about the challenge group, promote the challenge group, be posting about it on your social media. And that will make sure that you fill that group. The worst thing you can do is not give yourself enough time and then be rushed at the end. And the other thing that this really helps to do, just kind of telling you my strategy, is I have decided to start my challenge groups the second Monday of every month. So, it's the 9th of this month. It's the 12th of February. It's the 13th of March. And the reason I do that is because I spend the last week and a half of the previous month promoting that challenge group, because I want people to sign up for that challenge group on the very first of the month. Then I hit Success Club 10 within the first couple days. I don't have to worry about it. I can spend the rest of the month really adding value, talking about coaching, getting people on board for the next month. So I see this a lot where people put it off for the whole month, and then it gets to the last, couple days of the month, and it's super stressful, and you're trying to hit Success Club, and it's not fun, and you're like pulling strings. You're just like trying to get people to sign up. And that's not how you want to feel. You want to, give yourself plenty of time and set yourself up for success. So that's my strategy. It's worked really, really well for me. So I wanted to share that with you guys. Next, I wanted to talk about revisiting your why. So we talk about this in the new coach training. We talk about this with all of our new coaches, but it's our why for coaching, why we started this business, what we want out of it. And the reason I want you to revisit it is because, number one, it needs to be incredibly powerful. It needs to pull you through the tough days and the tough months and the tough weeks, because there are plenty of them. We all have things going on. We're all busy. Some of us are busier than others, but you have to keep your focus on your why. And if you're in our PD book club, you're reading a book, which I can't even think of the name of it right now, even though I was just reading it. It's like Get Over Yourself or something like that. But it's written by a woman who I believe she's with Rodan & Fields, and she's built a 7-figure business. And she is basically like coaching us, like being our mentor on how she built her business, what activities she's doing. And she talks about in the second chapter your why and how powerful it has to be, because this business is not easy. It's easy not to do it. And there's nobody that's going to make you do it except for you. There's no boss. There's no manager. There's no one that says, hey, you have to show up here every day and do this. It's all on you. And so your why has to be powerful, and it can change. So your why might be different now than when you started coaching, depending on your circumstances. So, when I started coaching, my why was to be able to quit my full-time job and do this as my full-time business when we started a family. That's happened. So now my why is something different because that's happened for me. So you need to constantly be looking at your why and, is it something that is incredibly motivating to you? If it's not, you need to dig deeper and you need to keep peeling back the layers of the onion, and you need to say, okay, keep asking yourself, well, why is that? Why is that? Why is that important to me? Why is that important to me? And it has to be about you. It can't be about somebody else. Your why can't be for your kids or for your husband. It has to be for you, because that's the only thing that's really going to be powerful enough to keep you going, is something that's deeply personal to you and for you. So it's the beginning of the year. It's the perfect time to sit down and write out your why and put it somewhere where you can see it. Look at it every week. Remind yourself why you're doing this. Remind yourself what you're going after, what kind of life you want, because that is what is going to make this year for you. So the last thing I wanted to talk about, and I'm doing really good on time right now, is the All Access Beachbody On Demand. So this is so exciting, you guys. And I know we haven't really had a call since this launched, but it is truly incredible. And in the team page today, I shared how I have broken down the All Access for all of my prospects and customers. And I have gotten nothing but, oh my God, this is the most amazing deal ever. This is fantastic. I want to sign up. Every time I talk to somebody about a challenge pack, I mention the All Access. I'm like, well, if you're going to get, a challenge pack with just one program, you might as well do the All Access, because then you don't have to buy a program for the rest of the year. So how to promote it. I want you guys to go look at the document that I created in the team page and look at how I broke it down. So how I talk about, everything that's included in it. So it's every single program that Beachbody has already created, plus all of the deluxe workouts, all of the extra workouts. It's every future program that Beachbody will release this year. Usually we release 3 new programs a year. So they'll have immediate access, won't have to buy those 3 new programs. It's the portion fix. So they get the portion control containers, they get the eating plan, they get a shaker cup, and whatever else comes with the portion fix, the eating guide. They automatically become a Team Beachbody Club member for the entire year, which means they get 10% off of everything. So they get 10% off of their Shakeology, any apparel they order, any, performance line they order, any Shakeology boosts they order, anything. They get 10% off. And then they get you as their coach access to your accountability groups throughout the entire year. So you break that down. And then I break down the price. And the way I've been breaking down the price is I say the All Access is $99.95, because that's what it is if you order the All Access on its own. If you break that down by month, that's $8.25 a month. That's cheaper than any gym membership I've ever seen. And I know I was looking at a lot of you who did that post asking people about their gym memberships, and I think the cheapest one I ever saw was $10. So we've got it beat. Then I talk about how they get their first month of Shakeology for $100, which is basically the coach price, and I break that down. That's $3.33 a day for a super healthy meal. You can't find that anywhere else. And you can literally use the wording that I used, that I posted in that document if you'd like. But I'm telling you guys, I have had so many people order this. I can't even keep track of how many people have already ordered this. The other thing I've been doing is for my current customers, I've actually gotten them to order the challenge pack. And what I've done is I'll tell them, if you're already on Shakeology Home Direct, cancel your current order. If you're already on Beachbody On Demand, cancel your current Beachbody On Demand and then sign up for this, because then I'm saving them like $30 on a Shakeology. So I'm helping them save money. And I haven't had one person say, no, I don't want to do that. I give them the customer service number. I tell them, just call in, tell them you want to cancel your current Shakeology, you want to cancel your Beachbody On Demand. Once you've done that, then go use this link and order the all access. And every single one of them has done it. So that's worked really, really well for me. I'm not doing it for the Success Club points because most of them I've already maxed out on their Success Club points. Technically in the FAQ, it says that somebody can only get 2 Success Club points for a lifetime. That's not what we've seen. We've seen that it's been 3, so I'm not sure if we'll be getting like 1 extra point for this or not, but I'm not doing it for the points. I'm doing it because it's a good deal for them, and it's a way for them to get Shakeology at a cheaper price for a month at least. And then every month after that, they get it for 10% off. So it's like $117 instead of the $130. So that has been really successful for me. And then just following up. So, you know, I had a ton of people that said they were interested in it. And it was the holidays. So yes, the people that were really interested, I've heard back from them. They've ordered. I've had a lot of luck with that. But there are plenty of people that I haven't heard back from yet. So you better believe that I'm going to be following up with those people. It was on my to-do list today, but it didn't happen today, so it's going to happen tomorrow. I'm following up with all of those people, you know, seeing how their holidays were, you know, if they're still interested in this. This is only available through February 28th. So they don't have to know that, you know, you can tell them whatever you want. But one thing that really had worked well for me was linking it into the health bet. So I was saying, you know, if you do this all access, you're going to have everything you need for the health bet. Then you can start the health bet on the 9th. You'll have your Shakeology. Everything will be set. Obviously now, if I don't know if they ordered tomorrow, if they would still get everything in time to log 5 Shakeologies for the first week. They might, if it only takes a week. Beachbody has been slow in processing. I don't know if you all got the email today, but I got the email from Beachbody saying that the interest in all access exceeded their expectations by like 400%. And so it's taking longer to process. So you might not be able to squeeze anyone else into the health bet anymore, but then just don't talk about the health bet. You know, you don't even have to mention it. Just talk about the all access and just continue to put it out there in your posts. You know, when you're talking to people, don't be scared if they say they're interested in a program to be like, well, you know what, have you thought about or have you heard of the all access? That's really what I say, is if they say, oh, you know, I'm interested in Core de Force, I'll be like, okay, great. Did you hear about the all access? I feel like that would be like a really good plan for you. And then they'll either say yes or no. Usually they're like, no, I didn't really hear about it. And then I can explain it to them, everything they're getting. And that's like a way of getting them into that, because that is going to set everyone up for success for the whole year. It's such an amazing deal. But that's really how I've been promoting it. Don't be scared to talk about it a lot on your social media. Not every post has to be like a join my challenge group, get the all access, but like just wind it into your post. You know, talk about when you're using Beachbody On Demand, talk about how you have access to everything now. Hold on, I'm going to read a comment from Mandy. No, Mandy, I mean that you, like, if someone hasn't ordered yet and they don't have Shakeology and they haven't ordered their challenge pack yet, I don't think they're going to get it in time to be able to log their 5 Shakeologies for next week. That's a good point, Stephanie. You could always send some free samples to them, but That's probably if they order tomorrow. If you're pushing it to Thursday or Friday, you're going to be sending them almost a full week's worth of free samples. Especially with the demand, I don't even know if they're going to get it within a week. Usually when the demand is really high, sometimes that can slow down shipping. So just be cognizant of that when you're talking about the health bet. Now, you don't want to promise someone the health bet if they're not going to get their stuff in time. So that's just what I meant by that. If they already have, Shakeology of some sort, then that's really the only thing they need is the Shakeology. Because you don't technically have to be doing a Beachbody program for your workout. You just have to be doing a workout. So that is or has been my strategy for the all access. And that's something that you guys want to keep promoting throughout this entire month and all of February, because that's really going to start your business off on such an amazing foot this year. So that's what I've got for today. I really just wanted to cover those things. I'm going to open it up to questions now. If you guys want to unmute yourselves, if you guys have any questions or anything you want to talk about, the floor is yours.
So if we have someone who I did what you said last night to do. One of my girls, she canceled her Shakeology. She ordered her full challenge pack. We only get one successful point for that, correct?
I don't know. Like in the past, we always thought it was you get 3 Success Club points per customer. And that's what I feel like would make sense now, because you can get 3 Success Club points for the all access. But if you look it up in the FAQ, it says you can only get 2 points per customer for a lifetime. So I don't know if you're going to get 1 point or not.
Okay.
I feel like you should, because.
But you'll still get the commission off of that challenge.
Yeah.
Factor, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll probably see it pop up. You'll see like the 2 points pop up initially, because I think they said it was going to take them like a week to add in that 3rd point. And then you might see it go away. And then maybe you'll see another point added, maybe not.
And have a heart attack.
Yeah. So just if the points go away, just like know that that's because it was a customer that already ordered a challenge pack.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not really sure about that one. So don't bank on it. Does anybody else have any questions? Anything they want to talk about for the beginning of the year? Goals they want to share? I shared mine.
I'm going to be a diamond in the first quarter. Less than the first quarter.
You better be a diamond by the end of the first quarter.
I'm going to be a diamond by the end of January. It's bugging the crap out of me. I hate it so much. I finally got my life back on track. And I'm I feel so much better now.
Right when your life's getting back on track, mine's going to just spiral off.
That's why you have us though.
That's the other thing, you guys. So if you know that there's a certain time coming up that's going to be really busy and stressful, work your butt off now, so that when that time comes, you're not freaking out. I'm due March 22nd. It technically could have the baby anytime between March 1st and March 22nd, and it would be normal. So I'm working my butt off in January and February, and hopefully getting a little bit of March in, because I know once that happens, life is forever going to be changed and it's not going to be the same. So if you have things like that coming up, make sure you're planning for that, and know that now's the time to really work really, really hard, and that it's not going to last. It's a month or 2 months out of your life to work really, really hard, but it's going to be worth it, especially this time of the year. This is the 3rd year I've been coaching at this time of the year, and it's just it's amazing to see what can happen to your business if you put in the work right now.
I will say, you guys, I November was a terrible month for me. Like daylight savings time came, my kids went off track, I went off track, like my business stopped. But I kept talking to people and, just sharing my journey. And in December, I mean, I hit Success Club at midnight at the very end of November. But when December hit, I had already hit Success Club in the first week because I had put in that work. Even though like I was struggling, I was still sharing my journey and I was still talking to people and checking in with people. So yeah, don't give up. It was really hard.
And we're all going to have those times.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like that's another good thing to talk about at the beginning of the year is you're going to have those times throughout the year. There are certain months that are just going to be difficult. And for me this last year, it was June, July, and August were just scraping to hit Success Club 10. Just scraping. The summer months are typically harder, especially July and August, because people are on vacation, they're out and about, those are typically slower months. Beachbody tries to combat that by launching a new program, usually in July, which helps. But August can be a difficult month. June can be a difficult month because it's the beginning of spring break. People have worked really hard to get in shape for the beginning of summer. Summer starts. So, there are certain months that are going to be more of a struggle. Some months are going to be amazing. They're going to be easy, but you have to take advantage of the things that Beachbody is doing to help us. So like the all access, you have to take advantage of that. The health bet, when that comes out, you have to take advantage of that. Whenever there's a new program launch, you really need to take advantage of that because those typically happen in months that are slower. So you saw that happen in July of this year was a new program launch, and in November. November isn't usually like a great month for health and fitness. I hit Success Club 30 in November because of the Core de Force launch. Okay. So if you like key into those times and use what Beachbody is giving us, it doesn't have to be a struggle. And then they gave us the all access and the health pet to help us through December. And, they gave us the all access for January, February, March, April, May. Those are typically months that are going to be easier anyway. But we have to take advantage of those and not just let those slip by, because those are things that can really propel your business as well if you do it the right way. And when we have new product launches and stuff, I really try to share what I'm doing, and what I'm doing is usually just like from the Misfit Republic site, what they've put together in terms of like launch guides and things like that. And one of my goals this year is to be better about sharing exactly what I'm doing because it's working so well for me. And sometimes I just take that for granted and I just think, oh, well, everybody's doing this. But not everybody's doing it. So you guys can always ask me what I'm doing. If I go silent and I forget to like share it just because I think that everybody else is doing the same thing. But really, really, really take advantage of the things that they're doing for us because they're strategic in when they do them to help us really, launch our businesses. Anybody else? Any questions? Okay, so I'm going to wrap it up. I'm only 10 minutes over. But like I said, the next few weeks, probably the rest of this month, heading into February, I really want to dive back into the basics, the 4 vital behaviors, the power hour, really have a good grasp on what those things are, how you do things on social media related to those things, and what, you should be doing every day, because that's what this business is built on. And I want to make sure you guys are using your time really efficiently and really wisely and doing activities that are going to move you forward and not just, spinning your wheels, especially right now. So that's all I've got for tonight. I'm so glad you all hopped on with me. It was great to see all your faces after, I think it was like a 2 or 3 week hiatus we took there. but it was nice to relax and enjoy time with our family. So other than that, I will see you guys next week. And that's all I got. So I'll see you guys later. Have a great night.
Bye.
Bye.